The Trump administration is threatening to bomb Syria in an event of chemical weapons attacks. Well, this as the Syrian army prepares an offensive to take control of the al-Qaeda-dominated province of Idlib. RT's Dan Cohen has the story.
When the Trump administration launched dozens of missiles on Damascus in April, it had no evidence a chemical weapons attack had even occurred, let alone who may have been responsible for it. Now, National Security Advisor John Bolton is threatening another attack.
Just so there's no confusion here, if the Syrian regime uses chemical weapons, we will respond very strongly. And they really ought to think about this a long time before they come to any decision, because there's no ambiguity in the U.S. position on this point.
Piers Robinson, professor of propaganda studies at the University of Sheffield, is co-author of a new briefing on the Duma attack. He says Bolton's statement creates an incentive for groups who seek U.S. military intervention.
These kind of statements coming from Bolton should really cause all of us to be very alert to the possibilities of attacks being carried out, which might be well authored by opposition groups who are seeking to draw in and getting America to do exactly what Bolton has just threatened America would do if there was a chemical weapons event in Syria.
While the Organization for Prohibition of Chemical Weapons' final report has not yet been released, its interim report found no evidence of sarin or any other nerve agent, ruling out the claims of both U.S. and U.K. officials. On April 13th, the White House released a statement claiming, quote, a significant body of information points to the regime using chlorine in its bombardment of Duma, while some additional information points to the regime also using the nerve agent sarin. CNN reported an anonymous U.S. official's claim that, quote, biological samples from the area of the alleged chemical attack in Syria have tested positive for chlorine and a sarin-like nerve agent. While nerve agents have been ruled out, the briefing details several factors indicating that the incident was not a chlorine attack, but was a staged massacre. Among them are the fact that the victims were lying close together in an apartment building and appear to have made no attempt to escape, and the unlikely positioning of one gas cylinder on a small balcony and another on a bed with indications a fire was lit under it in order to release its contents.
And that leaves us really with very big question marks as we set out in the briefing as to exactly what occurred in Duma, and does sort of increase the likelihood that this was an event that was staged by Jaish al-Islam, possibly, or an opposition group, in order to create the momentum and the political will to take action against Syria.
With al-Qaeda's top commander vowing to fight the Syrian army until the end, some might wonder who would benefit from U.S. intervention. Reporting in Washington, Dan Cohen, RT.
Hey YouTube, thanks for checking out our channel. We hope you enjoyed the video. We have tons of content for you just like this. For more of RT America's one-of-a-kind news and analysis, be sure to subscribe to never stop questioning more.